My name is Tochi Okoli, and the title of my chapel talk is Pride and Prejudice. Following the Civil War, Southern states were forced to allow their chained slaves to be set free, but unable to completely accept this new reality, some Southerners took to erecting statues of their Confederate leaders in order to convey a message to the newly emancipated blacks: fear us. At this time, the Ku Klux Klan grew by the hundreds and the lynchings of black people skyrocketed. Was this a mere coincidence? The clear answer is no. Many argue that the statues were, quote, erected to obscure the real cause of the conflict, the enslavement and violent suppression of African Americans, end quote. In more recent times, however, the argument to keep the Confederate flag has been reinforced by the heritage not hate debate, a perspective that argues that the flags were born out of pride for the men who fought in the Civil War and have no connotation to slavery in the South. These symbols can never be seen as a representation of pride, but rather a manifestation of bitter hate. Thus, taking into account the true purpose and effect of the Confederate symbols, their removal is essential for a united America. The Confederate flag is very often used by individuals and groups that are notorious for mass crime and murder. It was in the late 20th century that the KKK adopted the Confederate flag as it, quote, symbolized white resistance to ending segregation laws, end quote. Where on earth did they get such a hateful interpretation of a flag that symbolizes selfless bravery? It was most likely taken from William T. Thompson, who said, quote, as a national emblem, the Confederate flag is significant of our higher cause, to maintain the heaven-ordained supremacy of the white man over the inferior or colored races, end quote. Who is William T. Thompson? Only the man who created the Confederate flag. When 9 black churchgoers were massacred in Charleston, South Carolina, gunman Dylan Roof said that he hoped the shooter would ignite a race war in the United States. The flag was not used here as a symbol of proud heritage, but as an insurmountable display of hatred based on skin color. When Germany made the use of the Nazi flag illegal, neo-Nazis found solace in using the, quote, Confederate flag and variations of it due to its context as a significant symbol of racism and white supremacy, end quote. Does this not confirm the hypothesis that the flag can only stand for hate? Picture the scene. The flag used by the infamous Klan now waves proudly from the truck next to you. Is its owner a KKK member or simply a proud Southerner? That flag that hangs from your bedroom window, that waves on your front lawn and on the borderline of Virginia is the very same flag in the hands of a Klansman, a white supremacist, a neo-Nazi, a white nationalist, and even a church shooter. These are the long-term effects of the Confederate symbols: hate, fear, and separatism. The solution, however, is simple. Tear down the symbols to put an end to the celebration of racial disparity and stand for the advocacy of inclusion, togetherness, and unity. Thank you.